Hello YouTube, welcome to my video. It's Alexandra Monet, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make this beautiful wreath for only $8. So let's talk about this wreath that I made using a lot of different materials. See, I have some poinsettia flowers here, some really cute little bows and bells and whistles, okay, some garland, some little acorns, and we are just really in the Christmas spirit with these wreaths, and they are outdoor wreaths. My favorite part is this bow here, this outdoor bow. I just think that it gives a pop to the house. So when it comes to the materials, of course I went to Joann Fabrics because they have a super sale. I'm talking about 50% off, 70% off, buy one, get three free. So out of all of that, I went and I got this garland, which I absolutely loved, originally priced at $10. I probably got it for like $3. And my favorite part about this garland is that it is bendable. So it will be able to conform to any shape such as a wreath or to fill in your tree. Very, very useful. The next thing that I got were these assorted bows. I got two different kinds, and these little bitty, I don't even know what you call these things, but they're perfect for decorative purposes. You can stick them in anywhere. And the last thing I got were these poinsettias that literally, I guess you can just do with whatever. I got some other things too, but regardless of the point, let's get into this wreath. So I'm going to start off with the garland that I have. This is an old wreath that I use just to kind of, make new seasonal wreaths. So I originally had this wreath for my fall decor. So I went ahead and I took off all the fall decor off of it, and I kind of left a few things that I'm going to use for this winter wreath. So let's hop into it. This is my wreath. Please don't worry about the mess that's going on. This is what creativity looks like. So starting off with my wreath, I find how I want it to lay, which is going to be the top, the side, and so on. And I'm just going to go ahead and do what is simple and just kind of wrap the garland around my wreath. So with my wreath, it's kind of made of wood sticks, so just kind of be careful. As you can see, it's all over the floor. But the great thing about this garland here that I got from Joann Fabrics, and the brand or company that this comes from, is Bloom. I don't know if you guys caught that. I'm sure if you don't have it in your local Joann's or what have you, you can always order it online. But I went ahead and I am just wrapping my garland around the wreath. Now, the hardest part about this process was, as you can see, trying to untangle it a little bit, but I didn't want to do too much untangling because I wanted it to fit through the wreath as I'm kind of wrapping it around. So now that I got all the spots covered that are going to be exposed, I kind of left a space open for my bow. I am not a fan in wasting. But one awesome thing about this garland is that it was very easy to cut. So I was really happy about that, to see that I was able to cut everything really easily and seamlessly. So the next thing that we are going to add is our poinsettias. So like I said, they had these long ribbons of poinsettias, and the best part is I can pluck them off. You see how with a lot of fake flowers, they have a little stem that you can pluck them on and pluck them off. So for me, the way that I work it is when I pluck it off, I make sure to add that stem into the wreath and just kind of pluck it back in on the wreath. So you're going to go ahead and pluck off of the original item that the poinsettias are on, and then just pluck them onto the wreath. Now, for my outdoor wreaths, I do make these often, so I kind of already have some stems from previous fake flowers that are kind of stuck in my wreath. I keep them in, and those are the only things that I keep in as I flip through the seasons. So this is just me plucking on my poinsettia flowers onto those leftover stems that were used for other flowers. So the more that you do this process, if you do like to make your own wreaths, it will be a lot faster and more efficient if you keep those stems in. Now, if this is your first time doing this and you're following this tutorial, you might have to take the stems that you get from your poinsettia flowers, the original flowers, and push and tuck them inside of your wreath and maybe hot glue gun them in. That's what I did. So you might have an extra step, but trust me, that extra step will not go in vain, because it will make all of your other wreath crafts and wreath making a lot more efficient, faster, and a lot more fun, because you'll already have them spaced out the way you want. So this is just me adding them, and this is just an example. I just wanted to show you what the stem looks like and how you pluck it on. You see that? And then you just go ahead and stick it inside of your wreath, hot glue gun it in there, and you will never have to worry about it again. So now that we have our garland, check. Our poinsettias, check. It's time for our little bells and whistles. So I don't even know what you call these, but I got them. They were $1.99 originally, but they were like buy one get four free. So that's what I did. So what I'm doing is I am undoing it. I took all the pieces apart. So there's no reason to add it into my wreath just as one thing. You know, I'm a saver, I'm a budgeter, I am efficient in making all bells and whistles have their own unique spot. So I undid it all. I just how I did the poinsettias, I just popped them off. I took the bells, I took the acorns, and I just popped them off, and I'm putting them exactly where I want them to go. Now you might be wondering how I'm making them stick. And again, it all goes back to those little stems that my poinsettias sit on. So what you'll be able to do, because all of these different decorations, they kind of work in the same way. So they do have a hole in which they fit onto the stem the same size as our poinsettia. So basically what I'm doing is if I see a spot where I think could be a good spot for my little bells or my little gold ornaments, I take the poinsettia off, I slide that particular decor on the stem, and then I secure it and put the poinsettia back on. So they're gonna kind of sit underneath the poinsettias, and I move my poinsettia petals around just to kind of make them pop out. So now, in addition to my green garland and my red poinsettias and those little white little acorn flowers, I now have some gold bells and ornaments. So next is another one like this. It has more garland, it has little acorns and some gold in there, some more red. I love the colors. This is what I'm going for. And I am going to take that and stick it right at the top. So now we have our wreath in its proper orientation. Okay, so I know that this is the top of my wreath where I have an open space where you will soon see my bow is going to go. So this is a bow that I'm choosing to put that I also got from Joann's. Again, it was like, 50% off or whatever. I can't even describe, but literally one wreath cost me less than $8. So as you can see, when I pull it off, I have these little tie knots. Now I'm going to tell you, do not throw those away. Everything that comes with your decor can be used to add and secure onto your project. And here are wreath. So I'm using those little tie knots that were securing that bow onto that it's packaging. I'm using that to secure it on the back of my wreath, like so. And this really made it stick and stay. You'd be very surprised. And it'll be great because I'll also be able to take it off when the time comes. So there is the bow. This is what we're working with, guys. So this is how we made our wreath. And of course, I had enough materials to make two. So Joann really came in clutch. And listen, I love my Joann, but if you are on a budget even stronger than what she has to offer on sale, you can always go to your local Dollar Tree. Your local Dollar Tree. I was in there not too long ago and I saw a lot of these things, minus the garland, but I'm sure you can find that somewhere else. We'll have to keep a lookout for our budget friendly, creators. But this is it. Like, you literally can make your own Christmas wreaths. You can make your own any kind of seasonal wreaths. We have bows, we have acorns, we have poinsettias, we have garland, we have ornaments, and we have bells, all of our colors. And of course, it just looks so good when I actually put it up outside off of the wood door. And I had to give you a side view. I put one over the other just to kind of fit the length of my door. And I absolutely love what I created in a little bit of time with very, very little money, and it is so festive. So if you guys happen to make your own Christmas wreaths, or this is something that you enjoy doing and you have new ideas, or I have inspired you in any kind of way to make a new wreath, please comment below and let me know. But until then, I will see you in the next one.